9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Got me up the coast, boy. Wanna hear the ocean roar crash over me. Then ride it home, dance it out in moonlight. Hold me tight and don't let go. Watch over me. We are all stardust, stardust, stardust. Left behind, left to find. Find one another, face the sun, fear no one, 'cause we are all one, we are all one, we are all, we are one, we are all. Lift me up, get moonshine, put me into overflow. Superstar.
Hey everybody, how is it going? I hope you all have had a good day. We're going on May 12th. Did everybody go outside and see the Northern Lights? I didn't even look this evening. I looked last night. Why do you think I'm not happy? Uh-oh. Is there something I should be mad about or something? Oh, great. Oh, great. Oh, great. I must have missed it. Yes, happy Mother's Day to everybody. Or is it just the norm going on that, the stuff that we already know about? Happy Mother's Day to you too, Stephanie, and Blue Jeans. Oh, you were just figuring out by the title. Well, I mean, I wouldn't say that I'm not like upset or anything personally. At this point, I'm used to feeling like Andy knows something and won't speak, so that's nothing new. But I do know a little bit more today that shows to me that he's so scared. I don't understand. He is. He really, really is. And I was just shown some more stuff that's interesting. He's reaching out to people, and we'll go over that here in a few. I was waiting to see who was going live, but I figured as soon as I went live that probably everybody else would too. I wasn't sure if I was going to go live or not tonight, to be honest. Just ordered some for your future bride. Well, you have to be really careful with sizing on Temu, obviously. Look in the reviews and stuff, what people say for sizing, because their sizes always like run small, sometimes really, really small. So you just have to go by what other people say in the comments and kind of compare. Some people put pictures and stuff like that. You can compare and see what size you need to get her. And he threatens people when they joke about searching the Fields Road property. Really? Yeah, they have size charts. You definitely want to pay attention to their size charts. You can't go by her normal size. Yeah, so if she wears a small, she's probably going to wear a large on that site. Man, Temu is like super popular lately. Yeah, then you probably just want to get her like an extra large or something. So, me and Fred were just talking, obviously. And I was like, oh, am I going to go live? I don't know. Like, sure, why not? You know, you remember when Andy had reached out to, trying to reach out to people and stuff. And I remember when he, I think Cher talked him into reaching out to Laura, but for some reason he never showed his conversation. Now I know why. It's funny because he was expecting to get, you know, because he figured Laura would be mad at us that, you know, she would just suddenly lie for him or something. You know, that's what he figured, I think. But you know, she told him, yeah, I saw you on the road that day. She said, yes, on the day of the 15th, I saw you on the road. Yes. He was asking her like if she had the SD cards. He was like really freaking out, like at what time, what day, what was, you know, just like, hold on. Let me look at them. Okay, here, I'll show this one. I'm not going to put her out there like that or whatever, but I will put out the first part of the messages. Jody and Andy both have reached out to Laura. But yeah, by the way, Jody was like, oh, if you ever need anything. So here's some of the messages he was this is before she accepted his messages. He says, what time was it that he seen me, and what day did y'all finally haul off that escort? Look, all I'm trying to do is basically try to clear myself, because he's basically trying to say I had something to do with it. I was at work on the 15th. The police won't do shit, you know that. Have you talked to him since he got out, or he just left you high and dry? Oh my God. Anything I can do to help? Do you want me to stop messaging you? And I will, no biggie, just let me know. Sorry, he fucked you. You was there about as long as I was with Jody Sue, crazy ass. There's some wanting to talk to you. So here's just proof that I have the messages of him, like, and then later on, she finally does respond. And he asked her later on, he said, because trying to think if I should even show all these. What do you think, Fred? Let me, I guess, email these to myself. I just don't want to upset her, you know what I mean, Fred? Like, I'm not trying to. Because, yes, Fred still talks to Laura, and I think that's what people don't understand. They're, you know, I'm happy. I hope that they can keep a friendship. I really do. And I hope that eventually I'll reach out and talk to her, you know. Oh, no, really, Whistle? Are you just assuming that's what's going on? So these aren't in any particular order. Let's see. Okay. All right, let's see what we got here. Which one is the, I'm going to leave the, where's the other one? Okay. So here's part of their conversation. She says, I know it's a child, but at some point you don't have to put it. And she's not, she does that talk to text stuff. So it's really hard to understand a lot of times. Like, just so you know, so you kind of have to like use your common sense on what she's saying. Okay. She's in the purple, he's in the black. And she says, I know it's a child, but at some point you don't have to put it in the law's hand and let it go and pray that they can do their effing job. And yes, I do realize that I'm talking about Hawkins County, but still, that's what the other TBI is for. Andy says, what day was it when I cussed him for going by the car and about hit the door? And she said, I don't remember, man. I can't remember all that effing shit now. Let's see which one. Then he says, what time was it that he seen me? And what day did y'all finally haul off that escort? Look, all I'm trying to do is basically try to clear myself because he's basically trying to say I had something to do with it. I was work on the 15th. The police won't do shit. You know that. Not that one. He said, all I want to do is talk to you for a second. I'll leave you alone. Or if you don't, that's fine too. Just let me know one way or another. So you can see this is over a period of time. And she says, what do you need? I'm not with Fred. He has left me with nothing. And that was March 7th. He says, I would like to talk and find out about cars and me being on the road, why he thinks I had something to do with anything. Can we please talk? Why has he left you? I'm just trying to clear my name and be able to get a job. People won't hire a suspect in a missing child's case. And she said, man, I don't know what the F he's doing. So she's just saying, I don't know what he's doing, you know? And here's the one that I think you guys will find interesting. Now, remember, she's using talk to text. It's really hard to understand. I thought he didn't see me trying to load the escort. Then, he said, are they cards you know of that show me on the road on the 15th when Summer went missing? He's literally asking if there is SD cards that you know of that show me on the road on the 15th that's when Summer went missing. She said, I don't remember much, but I was with his dumbass and we was hauling cars. I don't know anything about cars. Because he didn't say SD cards. She was like, I don't think she knows what he's talking about. And here's the part right here. Did you see me on road, or is that day, or is that something he said to get attention from Siggy and make money? Sorry. She says, what she meant to say here is the day she went missing. Yes. But she said she went missing. Yes. Yes. Why didn't you show this? When did he wear the wire on me then? Have you saw the cards? I just want to know with my life. When did he wear the wire on me then? Why? Why are you worried about that, Andy? He says you have the cards. Well, we know where the cards are at this point. Okay, Fred hasn't been there since June of 2023. He went back that one time to get his stuff. Here very recently. But since then, how many people have we seen pilfering through the shit? Been posted all over YouTube, things everywhere. Laura never really was super into the Summer Wells case. She honestly wanted to be, she didn't really want much to do with it at all. She wasn't really concerned about where these SD cards are or where they were, or if she probably wouldn't have even known. Fred tried to find them, could not find them while they were there. We have no idea where they could possibly be. But the thing is, they're not the only ones that there are. There are other people too that have had surveillance on that road that day. I'm sure you do want to move on with your life, Andy. Don't you think that Summer Wells would like to be living her life too? Nobody's going to be able to move on until we figure out what happened to Summer. You do realize that, right? So it's not going to ever, this feeling on you that, not being able to sleep at night because of what you, that's not going to go away unless you get it off your chest. Yeah, the law enforcement, yes, have copies, but there's other people on the street besides you, Fred, that had surveillance. So even if you can't find yours, or even if we don't know where yours are, there's other people. And plus, law enforcement has copies. I find it weird, though, that he's asking when he wore a wire. I mean, because it's just, see, she's literally saying right here, did you see me on the road? Or is that day, or is that something he said to get attention from Ziggy and make money? No, Andy, he's not like you. He's not money, like a greedy, money hungry type of person. And like I thought, Laura didn't lie. She just told what she knows. And she said the day she went missing, yes. The truth is the truth, Andy. Thought Jerry Sue said she had all the SD cards and she claimed someone stole them from her camper and people called the police and they said no reports was ever made. And from Jerry Sue, who knows? Maybe, I don't know. Who knows where. So I know he wants to move on with his life, but we want to know what happened to Summer. And for some reason, you seem quite concerned about when did he wear the wire on me then. You're reaching out to Laura to ask this stuff. People won't hire a suspect in a missing child's case. So he doesn't have a job right now, I guess. So I wonder really what happened to his job. I would like to talk and find out about cards and me being on the road. Why he thinks I had something to do with it. He doesn't say you had something to do. He just wonders why you're saying you weren't on the road when he saw you with his very own eyes. That's why. So it's kind of difficult to understand why somebody's sitting there telling you, that you didn't see what you saw. So you're kind of asking a stupid question, Andy. Why is he saying I had something to do with it? Why? He's saying he saw you on the road that day. He's coming to a conclusion that you have something to do with it because you're denying being on the road that day. And now you can't go back from saying you were on the road. You can't go back now. You've said you weren't on the road adamantly. Can't change it now. PG said Laura was going to be on her channel about 2 weeks ago. Don and Andy have been trying to discredit Fred from the beginning. That's absolutely not what it said, Suzanne. Please block Suzanne Vineyard. She's always her and her buddy Beverly. That's false information. I don't want people coming in here saying that Pruitt said he wasn't a suspect. That's absolutely not the truth. Pruitt's not over the case, Suzanne. The department's over, like we've learned, under a gag order and cannot speak on the Summer Wells case. TBI is over the case. They send everything to TBI. They do zero investigating on the case. It goes straight to TBI. They tell you if you call in, they have you hang up and call TBI. Pruitt is not the person on the case. And plus, he never said he cleared anybody anyways. I never heard him say he cleared anybody. He said, your name hasn't come across my desk. Well, of course his name's not going to come across his desk. He's not the one investigating the case. So that's why you said it like that. Pruitt's not on the case. And there's a reason the department has a gag order on him. Think about it. They don't want people speaking. They don't want to alert suspects or people who know they're involved. They don't want to alert those people. I mean, I'm trying to think of why would the department have a gag order? Pam, Dawn's ex, called Justin's. No, Pruitt's not over the case. It's TBI. Fred was literally in there just 2 days ago with Kathy, and they literally told him that everything was relayed straight to TBI and that they're no longer over the case and that the department's under a strict gag order. They told Fred and Kathy that TBI is the one handling the case now. Hawkins County doesn't have anything to do with it. If you go in there, they're going to take your information and send it right over TBI. Yeah, and people wonder why Fred has had his phone dipped to give conversations that's been on his phone. Several people that I have been in contact with. Yeah, because of stuff like what we just showed with, Andy's suspicious behavior, contacting Laura and stuff. And asking odd questions like when was he on, when did he get recorded. It's like he's getting scared. So Fred let him signed over all his contents of his phone. So everything that was on there, law enforcement has. And that includes these conversations. No, Hawkins County, we've known for a long time where Summer that Hawkins County isn't over the case. We've known that. They haven't been over the case for a very long time. I mean, they keep telling us that over and over again. It's not like it's new news. We've known that. It's been rumored for a very long time. I would say there's got to be a reason. And also, when they are having TBI reach back out to Fred. So they said they relayed it to TBI and that TBI will be in contact with Fred. It's not Hawkins County. So I hope so, Peas in a Pod. Oh my gosh. Why, Whistle? Why? Why is she doing that? I'm not even going to speak on her. Seriously, I don't even want. I want her to stop. I don't want her drama. Why does she wait till I'm live to go live? Anyways, I don't see. That's just not normal behavior. That's behavior of people who are scared. People are going around every chat trying to stay one ahead, a step ahead of everybody and see what everybody's talking about. So I would just go to TBI. First to walk is the first to talk. Seriously, if I was I would be like I would start talking because now is the time that things are going to start coming out. I feel like, at least that's what I'm hoping. Maybe that's just my wishful thinking because of Lawson's reign is almost over with the Hawkins County Sheriff's Department. Yes, first talk is the first one to walk. It was 4 detectives that met with Fred. Yes, it started out with 2, and then they brought in a couple others. Hey, Sheba. I said backwards? I said first to talk, first to walk. Or did I, well, you're saying I said first to walk is the first to talk? Is that what I said? Did I say it like that? We have no idea. Like, that's the word they're using, Sheba. That's the word that they're using. And also, I spoke to a former employee of Hawkins County who worked with Hawkins County Sheriff's Department for a very long time and they said that they remembered being told that the department was under a gag order, that the sheriffs had the department under a gag order. Like, they said they thought they remembered something like that. And then the term gag order was used when Kathy and Fred went into Hawkins County a couple of days ago and spoke to law enforcement. They said that they were under a gag order and couldn't speak on the case. They used those exact words. Is it a literal gag order? I don't know. Like, I've never heard of such a thing either. That's why I brought it to you guys to ask you, what's that even mean? Is that normal? Is it just a word choice? Or is it a literal gag order? Because I'm hearing it more than one place. And when there's smoke, there's fire. You're not allowed to speak on what? Why aren't you allowed to speak on, Fred? Which part? No. It's not about the boys. No. It's all the Summer Wells case, not the boys. Hey, Shannon. The first one to squeal gets the deal. Yes, they really have a gag order. Andy said he saw Summer's body. Now he's saying it was a dream. I never heard that either, K-Love, until Fred said that. I never heard that term either. I'm going to be honest. I was like, what'd you say? Phone dipped is a new term that I've heard off Fred. So it's just where they download all the information. Hey, Keith. I don't know, mate. It's possible, Sheba. I guess your guess is as good as mine, to be honest. I suppose, like, because we're all just guessing. I just thought it was an interesting choice. I wrote that down because when they were there at the sheriff's department, I literally heard one of the investigators come up to Fred while they were waiting outside to get his phone back. Because it took a while. They were there for a couple hours. I think, though, Blue Jeans, I think the reason why I think that she's not speaking is because in my theory involves their son, and I think that's why that would be the motive of why Jody Sue would not speak. Because see, I've been trying to think on this motive for 2.5 years now, 2.5, almost 3 years. Like, what motive? Because I'm not willing to believe that Dawn and Candace aren't involved. Like, they have to be involved, and they're the main ones, in my opinion. But I also believe that Andy is involved, at the very least, in my opinion, just because he's denying being on the road that day, and I believe he was on the road that day, in my opinion. So I've been thinking of a theory, and also it'd have to be. Also, I believe Jody Sue has some kind of knowledge, just because of her really suspect behavior and trying to cause chaos and confusion and everywhere. So I've just been thinking, what possible theory could it would be a theory where all four of them would have the same like culpability. You know what I mean? Where they wouldn't want to speak, where they couldn't speak. Because it was hard. I mean, a lot. There's theories that work, like, seem very possible. Like, people say, oh, well, maybe Andy accidentally hit her or something, and but then if it was something like that, then that means Dawn and Candace wouldn't know. And their behavior has been too weird for them to be completely innocent this whole time. Jody Sue called you a psychopath? She would have always thought a kid because that's what makes most. I have thought about that too, but if she could get rid of him, I think she would. I have always thought a kid. Yeah. Jody Sue was calling Chris McDonough a liar again. She said when McDonough called her out and said what she said wasn't true, that McDonough was lying. She reviewed the ruckus? What do you mean, what ruckus? Hey, Buckeye Mama. Slurry Sue. Oh, gosh. Yeah. Oh, Jody Sue went over. What did she laugh? Like, I've never seen Jody Sue like really have a good laugh. Like, she doesn't really laugh. She's kind of like very monotone. And you know what they say about those kind of people? You gotta look out for this. Right, Shannon. She actually laughed because that shit was really funny, dude. If I was Crystal, I would take that down because you totally own that. Oh my gosh, it was the funniest thing I've seen in a long time. If you guys need comedic relief, go watch. I'm not gonna pull it up because I don't want to give her another view. But here, I guess I'll do it through you guys. I'll give her this much. Check out Crystal's live yesterday and look for the part where Jam 420 goes up on panel. Oh my gosh, if you want to laugh. Oh my God. Oh, it was great. Everyone's blocked and Trace's. Hey, second to no one. I feel like I'm forgetting to speak on something that I wanted to talk about. When did he wear the wire on me then? Why? I wonder why Andy cares when Fred wore the wire. And I don't see why that should be a big deal. Like, I think it should be commended that somebody tried to record and get everything recorded. You know, it's a child missing. Crystal made a post saying people should let Andy and Ryan search their properties. I don't want to pull her up, Luminous. I mean, I'll look. Hold on, let me see. What do you mean she's using my words? Wow. I'm begging for attention. Am I really? No. That's why you mean me saying that she was begging for attention? Fred, tell about seeing Summer and Damien in the little pool. Was it Fred, was that you that saw, it's weird saying Damien because he's never heard him be called Damien. He called him Drew, or, I'm trying to remember that story, if that was Laura or Fred that said that they saw. I think it was someone that time that I think that was the same time they went up there and Candace looked pregnant and said something about her being pregnant. That was like a few months before Summer went missing. If I remember right. Krusty the Clown. Oh, does Keith go live? Terrell Owens. That's cool. Yeah. She doesn't smoke indoor with kids around like you do, Jody Sue. She doesn't hotbox her cigarette smoke just so she can get that extra nicotine like you do. A 2-foot by 10-foot pool. Was that just a few months before Summer went missing? Was that just Summer and Junior? I guess we'll just call him Junior. I don't know what to freaking call him. Hey, Blue Eyes. Yes, and yes, just Summer and Andy Jr. Okay. Who with that? Yeah. Sorry, I'm looking at some people are sending me some screenshots here, and
Was your food good?
I'm live. All right. Okay. Jam wants me to post something. I really don't want to talk to her though. I seriously don't. I just don't want to go back and forth with her. I'm really not wanting to address her at all. I'll post this for you just because you asked me to and you're my friend, but I'm really not wanting to address her. Like, you know what I mean? Where I actually, because I just can't. I mean, it's just freaking me out that every time I turn around, she's just live. Mm-hmm. Oh, here it is. So Jam just wanted to show this to show that it's more that they were trying to pull her IP address and to get. Is this what you're saying right here? Is that she was trying to pull your IP address and she said that she didn't do that or whatever? Thank you, Hopeful 615. Okay, well then here's the proof that since that particular fan of mine, my number one fan, is watching because I'm a superstar. Anyways, here's the proof that she was wanting that they're collecting IP addresses. And go look on my community tab. I don't tag her. I don't go in her chat and bother her. I don't stream her. It's supposed to be about Summer, you know? Why does she care about my theory about Summer Wells? Why does she? I just don't get it. It would have to be after he is here, Michelle. I just want to make sure that Fred's in a good, stable place before he's. I don't. But he should be here pretty soon. We're hoping we're getting our ducks in a row. But she's mad because she messaged him and then wanted to blame me when he didn't respond quick enough for her. And then when he stopped responding, wanted to also blame me, like, well, why are you going to sit there and message him stuff about some drama? Just, ask him your questions. You know what I mean? Don't sit there and air your grievances to him or sit there and tell him what you think about his relationship or his, at the time you thought just, our friendship or whatever. Yeah, that's an idea, Michelle. I mean, it's a possibility. I don't think he would be necessarily against it. It's just, let's get him here first, you know what I mean? Fred wouldn't mind talking to Chris McDonough. But first, let's get him here, I'm just, because, Chris McDonough, that would bring a lot more attention around Fred again. And I just, before something like that, I just want him here because I just feel like I can better protect him, I guess. I don't know. I'm just worried about him being down there with, Summer did go missing from Tennessee too. And It's kind of getting dangerous, to be honest. No, I don't even go to her channel. I don't even have a problem with her. In general, I don't have a problem with her. I just would ask that she stop like obsessing, you know what I mean? And purposely putting out false things just because she's mad. You know, that's why I can't stand it. It's like, this is a missing child. And just because a lot of people on this platform and in this community, when they get mad at somebody, you know, that changes, all of a sudden changes their views in a case. That's not how it goes. Like, your views should stay the same no matter who you're friends with. You know, your views on the case, anyways. Yeah. I got cinnamon bears today, guys. My PO is aware of everything going on. Yeah. And I explained it pretty thoroughly too myself. Oh, that's crazy. Rhonda, that's cute. Oh no, she better not start with Christy. Christy was trying to be nice to her and just tell her that she needs to just chill out a little bit. Oh, and by the way, Christy didn't introduce me to Fred. Fred's never even met Christy. The first time I met Fred, I was with Kathy. The second time I was with Jennifer. Those are the only two people I've ever gone out there with Jennifer and Kathy. Okay? Okay. Why I don't understand why people want to turn that around into so I don't get it. Why is she trying to turn it around that Christy introduced me to Fred? Why? What do they think it sounds more like, makes it more, the information more juicy? Or what? Because that's not what happened. That's not the truth. Calling her on panel. Oh, jeez. She's trying to be nice to Crystal. I saw a screenshot of the messages that she was saying. She wasn't trying to, I think Crystal's one of those, if you don't agree with her, then you're against her. You know what I mean? If you don't agree with, same thing. That's like how Tiffany Marie is. Not to bring Tiffany in it. Sorry, Tiffany. I don't mean to freak. That's just, you are kind of like that. Well, I don't know. I guess Jam's over there. Jam should go up there. Jam's good at freaking calling her ass out. I don't want to go. You guys, I really don't want to freaking deal with her. I love Christy. I really do. Christy is an amazing, amazing person and has done so much to the effort to try to find answers in Summerwell's case. But I feel like it would make it worse than better me going over to say, because then it's going to be like, oh, they just turn everything into some kind of weird conspiracy. I don't know why. She's going to have Christy crying, and then I'm going to be really upset. You're going to go back? I don't want you to. Only if you want to, Jam. She's probably not going to let you on after that. After the last night, though, because she knows that she can't compete with you. I just don't want to pull it up, though, Jam. I really don't. She's just so bad, wants our attention, guys. And that would just be giving her what she wants. So it's up to you. And I didn't know Christy was going over there, though. Is she up on panel? Her channel name is... Gosh, she's giving her a hard time because she thinks Christy helped me at some point. Wow. Wow. She's pretty low. Her channel name is Crystal Crime Conversations. Crystal's Crime Conversations. There, she got what she wanted. I just gave her a shout out. Hey, make me laugh too. Yeah, if it doesn't affect you and upset you, Jam, and if you want to be there for Christy, like, I'm all for that for sure. I just don't want to go over there because I feel bad for Christy. Christy, I know Christy's heart, and I know what she was doing. She was trying to talk some sense into her, and it just, you can't talk sense into insanity. You just can't. Some people... Oh, you're blocked? What's to find out about our marriage? What is there to find out? No, that's so gross that somebody said that me and Fred were banging in the sheets. That an Airbnb that Christy got me. That's not true. Both him and I were in relationship at that time. Playing my live. Why? Hey, Candace. Asking how much money she has sent me. Why is she asking her that stuff? Good God. Why does she? It's so weird. Why does she care? I've been live for 1 hour and 11 minutes. Gosh, why is she asking that? Why is she jealous or something? Is she jealous it wasn't her? Never see a hater doing better than you. Where did we hear? Yes, where did I hear? That was what your roommate was saying. Oh, yeah. Hey, that's where I put it, Fred. Remember your roommate was saying that? And here it is. This is where I had it at. I was wondering where I was trying to remember. Here it is. You'll never be criticized by someone who is doing more than you. You'll always be criticized by someone doing less. Remember that. Right, exactly. I know. I hate that Christy went in there, but Christy's trying, she really thinks, thought that she could possibly, I think she knows that if Crystal would just calm down and actually think logically, we could actually get along, but, because I have no problem, being cool with, Crystal. It's her that, is creating this, drama, this fake drama. But you ask always for money for Fred. I do, Petra. I do. When do I ask for money for Fred? When have I ever asked for money for Fred? You can when you email me proof, I'll unblock you. Me specifically saying, but I'm saying if people want to help Fred, yes, with his rehab, it's better than helping with a wedding that never happens, like Cher's wedding, or somebody to go on vacation, or I think it's much better to help somebody who's trying to change their life around for the better when you know that's exactly where it's going to, you know? But if you don't want to, you don't have to. There are people that just wanted to. She keeps saying Fred failed 2 polygraphs. Where she gets, I don't know. That's completely false information. I don't know why she thought 2 polygraphs. It was the one and this Cotton Simpson. There was not 2. She just makes this up in her head. Where does she come up with this stuff? She wouldn't have even known about the polygraph and Cotton Simpson if it wasn't for Fred putting it out himself. You know what I mean? Like, Fred told me, I told you guys. So it's actually me. Fred didn't know that he was being recorded. Like the very, I'm sure he assumed. I think he knew the very first time. He didn't know. I did ask him, can I use the information that we were talking about on my channel? He said yes. So I think it's funny that people think he just like inserted himself or whatever, because Fred was very hard to get a hold of for a while. Right, Dee Dee? She's not. Fred, a murderer. Yeah. Did Prayer Garden go live? No. Does she not go live on Saturday nights or what? I told her she was not case go live and that she was going to Siggy's just to have some content. Yeah, why doesn't she leave me alone? My title had nothing to do with her. And it's really strange that she's going live every single time I go live. So old. I mean, how many days in a row now is this that she's gone live exactly the same time I go live? I was talking about it we were talking about it over here and how crazy, how I was over here saying that you didn't already, yeah, I was already going off over here about it. I saw some of the people were sending me screenshots. You've never even met Fred. And I don't understand why that's even a big deal anyways, but you've never even met Fred. I was with Kathy when we met. It's on the. The whole thing. The interactions recorded. If she freaking our first meeting, I said, Are you Fred Hill?" She's played it. She can hear Kathy in the background. I say, "Are you Fred Hill? Just the man I've been looking for." It was the very second we met, and then you can hear Kathy in the background. Why is she? I don't understand why she's trying to change reality when it's there recorded. Everything's recorded. Because I have a wrench that I don't. Yeah. I didn't even know you had a wrench either. I mean, I'm sure I imagined, but I didn't think that you did because you just aren't here that much. So I didn't think. But if I thought of it, yeah, I would have modded you for sure. So I must have thought of it and modded you. I'm sorry, Christy. And then they were saying, somebody was in the chat saying that you paid for an Airbnb for me and Fred to sleep together. Me and Fred were both, Fred was in a relationship at that time. Me and Fred, that was way before me and Fred were dating. Trying to link me to an Arso because I went to high school with his sister. Yeah. Well, yesterday they were trying to do the same thing, saying the same thing to Fred because he was friends with the brother of Frank Light, when that particular brother doesn't even have anything to do with Frank, his own brother. Frank Light's family, from my understanding, most of them don't care for him. Hey, Brandy. I think it's so sad that the people who have the people that try to help the most, like people like Christy, for example, like she literally gave from the kindness of her heart, didn't even want anybody to know really it was her. And now look what she's just been brought in the middle of. This whole, like it's sad. Like she wanted to do something good. Just like I was telling everybody, I know that you were going over to Crystal's to it was in hopes to smooth things over. Thinking that possibly you could talk some sense into her to calm down. But I'm reading the screenshots of what Jisoo's saying in Crystal's chat. She said Andy was not on the road on the 15th. He did not do shit. He is being stupid playing with creators and locals. He has no idea how deep this goes and has always gone. We tried to warn him in 2021. Who's we and what the hell are you talking about, Jisoo? How do you know how deep this goes? If you have the answers, why don't you... weren't we with you live when you first met Fred, Ziggy? No, but it's recorded. I couldn't go live because there's no internet back down the holler, but I recorded it. I literally said, "Hey, are you Fred Hill?" I said, "Hey, I'm looking for Fred Hill," and I think he said, "That's me." I was like, "Oh, just the man I'm looking for." The whole thing's recorded, and you can hear Kathy's voice she has a very unique voice. You can know it's Kathy. People just don't want to know the truth. That's what's so irritating. They just don't want the truth. Siggy is a good, pure soul. Anyone thinks different is cray cray. Well, thank you, Rhonda. YouTube is a nightmare. Almost everywhere. Drama, cruel people roll and hate. Life's too short for this nonsense. We all want sweet summer. Yeah, it is. It really, really is. It's... And, Crystal, I know you're streaming me. I'm not going to be doing this with you over and over again. This is the last time that I'm going to allow you to get views off of me. As far as me being a willing participant, I don't want this back and forth with you. You need to focus on figuring out answers, and you can't do that. You can't find answers just like re-streaming my content and talking crap. Like, that doesn't do anything, okay? So, do we have a deal, or are you going to move along? Oh yeah, I forgot. That's right. That's right. Oh yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's right. We went in Tennessee and we met up and you told me you wanted me to meet this guy. He's a nice guy. Blah blah blah. And yeah, I remember now. Yeah, when this case is over, they won't have a channel. Oh yeah, they will. She'll continue to go talk shit about people. Either doing what she's doing with me or somebody else. She gets pretty obsessive. When she gets stuck on somebody, she gets stuck on them for a while. Christy said I wanted to hook her up with my son in DC. Oh gosh. People are some. Oh gosh, yeah, it just really is. I'm really not interested in she's not even interesting to debate with. I mean, she doesn't think logically. She's just out there. I can't even I can't argue with freaking somebody who's not in the right mind. You know, it's not really fair to her. It's an uneven playing ground. Such a distraction for summer, and that is, yeah, I know. Well, thank you, Shannon. I know, right, Brandy? I wish they would put out something. Yes, I did have pizza. Thank you so much, Rhonda. I did have a pizza from actually a new place that I hadn't tried before. And I'm sure my daughter's gonna try to be asking me for money for $10 for her PlayStation. I'm sure. It's not, I'm sure. No, she's. He says he wasn't on the road because he was for sure on it 2 times, and he don't even get that. Oh, you mean like he was for sure in the morning when he left, and when he came back at night? Yeah, and people say there's nothing wrong with him being on the road. He lives there, you know. But but now at this point, he can't go back on what he said. You would have been less suspicious had he said he was on the road. Many over there want to know why I support you. Well, here's the answer. I know you real life, and I know you're passionate to find summer. Aw. Well, they don't know. They like to shame people. That's how they do. Like, they shame people for supporting certain people, and they try to paint me as somebody I'm not. And you know, I'm not like what they're trying to say. They're trying, so. And I appreciate you for actually taking the time to get to know me. You know, I'm not the person that they try to paint me as. I don't even know why Crystal, she's like a light switch. You know what I mean? If you switch that switch, oh man. Well, she's like a light switch you can't turn off. More like. Who's that? Somebody sent me a screenshot of what Jody Sue was saying about, said something like, when Monster finds out who you truly are, what you have done to him and his, I can't read the next word, especially with green eyes, and what you did to our children on purpose with hundreds, he will stop playing with you. I know she's not talking about me, right? Because I didn't do anything with freaking green eyes. But of course, she doesn't really talk very logically either. Jody Sue and Crystal are very, very similar. I'm serious, guys. I know you guys like this drama. I don't know who that is. He has not taken in way over his allowed allowance that Social Security would allow. He has not. What do you think? Fred's just getting thousands of dollars? Are you freaking insane? Somebody is saying something about how Fred's taking it over well over his allowance. He's allowed to make over $2,000 a month if he wants to. He has not even made that. He hasn't even made a tenth of that off of donations. Maybe a tenth of that the whole time. Maybe. He's allowed to make $2,000 a month. And he's on disability. I don't know why people think that. Well, yeah, you was on it. Right now, it's been on pause. Yeah, there's nothing to take care of. He's on disability. There is nothing to take care of. He's allowed to make 2,000. He only gets $600 a month. It's not like, and it's not really anything we're really worried about. I know people are, I see people's over there trying to threaten like they're going to do something to his disability or whatever, but we're really not concerned about anything. That this is, when you do the right thing, and if you're not doing illegal shit, then you don't really have anything to worry about. Well, Ava, I guess they're talking over there that they're going to call his like Social Security and stuff like that, and try to cause problems, like he's just taking in so much money, which is going to be so funny because he literally it's going to be funny if they like, let's say if they made him like turn in like how much money like he's collected or something. Oh my gosh, these people. Aww. I'm very thankful for you, Christy. People on disability are allowed to make money. I don't think people realize that. Well, they're trying to say that he's gone over his allowed allowance. That's not true. He's allowed to make over $2,000 a month. He hasn't taken in $2,000 total. Not even half that. Not even a fourth of that. But if people don't want to believe, I don't care. Nobody's going to bully us or try to scare us into stop talking about what is the truth. It's weird that people, why are people trying to, it doesn't make sense to me that people don't want us helping to figure out what happened this summer. Yeah, and where do they think? And Cash App too. You can't get any money these days without it getting reported to the government. Cash App, Venmo, all that shit gets reported. Like, you can only bring in, I think it's like a couple $100 like a year total on Cash App or Venmo before they turn it into the government. You're not getting, there's no getting around this shit. Benefit fraud? How the hell is it benefit fraud? What the hell are they even talking about? Oh, thank you. Just for you, Crystal. Here, we'll just put that right there. We'll just put that right there. I don't understand either, Brandy. It's I don't know. You were told to go back or get out and go back to Zig? Yeah, but you can't just send an endless amount of money to friends. After a certain amount, it gets reported, and it's only like hundreds. It's not very much. Like at a certain amount, it gets reported, even if it same thing for PayPal friends and family. Like, well, let me remember how they do PayPal friends and family. I'm trying to remember. Actually, that was a way around, if I remember right, at one time. But Cash App, I don't think I think Cash App automatically goes over after you bring in a couple hundred, isn't it? Yeah, I don't know why she thinks that. I think people. Thank you so much, Little Miss Sunshine. She said, make it double for Crystal. Winky. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I just stepped on your little tail. I didn't mean to. So the money my daughter scams me out of through Venmo will get reported on her taxes. Oops. pretty sure, yeah, after a certain amount. You can send somebody a certain amount or receive in a certain amount, like a certain allotted amount, but there's certain amount by law that once you bring it in, it has to be reported. Keep streaming Ziggy for advertising. Hey, Caged on the inside. No. You guys, it doesn't. Somebody was saying if I keep saying something over and over, somebody sent me a screenshot that I think it's going to make it true. No, I say that Andy was on the road on the 15th because I believe that Andy was on the road of the 15th. And Fred says Andy was on the road the 15th because he saw Andy on the road on the 15th. And that was just, it's the truth. And, you know, we're honest people like that. Especially when it comes to a missing child. Yeah, there's no room for games. She said she would get part of it. Oh, once you bring in 600 on Cash App, is that the amount? And they think they're really going to scare me by, you know, trying to scare us about him losing his $600 check a month. Woo. Oh, I'm so scared. Missing 6-year-old, where from? Yeah, Kathy is a good friend, and she's really cried because I hate that people make her freaking try to make her. It's not fair what some of these people do, shaming people for who they support. They try to make Kathy feel bad, like she was some. And I've also got Airbnbs myself there, and you know, so. Candace. Oh, I heard that. Fred was telling me about that. That Pike County family of 8 wiped out in the same night. And then, yeah, I'll have to look into that. You get called them every day. Yeah, you are up past your bedtime, mother. Oh, and I'm forever grateful for you introducing me to Fred. Forever grateful. Yeah, good night, Christy. I'm sorry. I really hate that. I cannot wait until we need answers. We really need answers. This is just a circus. I cannot wait until the truth comes to light. I cannot freaking wait, dude. Oh my God. The vindication's gonna be so sweet too. After, the celebrating summer coming home, or, well, at least celebrating answers. It's made you stronger for sure, though, hasn't it? It definitely has made. I mean, actually, I know it's made you stronger because you've learned how to deal with it better. Did they find the 6-year-old girl from Pike County? Yeah, I have too, really. Yeah, she was found safe. Okay, so you guys are saying also. So Pike County girl was found safe. Wait, didn't. Where was the murders at? Did you say Pike County? Ready to celebrate her truth. Oh, it's nice. Yes. I can't freaking wait. And then when people, oh man, there's going to be so many people who are just so sick and upset with themselves once they figure out they were supporting some of these people, you know? So where is this that Pike County, Ohio? Yeah, that's what Pike County, Ohio murders? That massacre, are you talking about the massacre that was like, are you saying there was more murders? There was the rodent murders that happened out there. What'd you send me? Which picture? Blue jeans and pearls? Which one was that? Piketown County massacre. Okay. Piketon County. No. That's still just bringing up the rodent murders. Oh, the murders of 8 family members actually happened in the same house the little girl lived in. Oh. Oh, okay. So are you saying right here, these Pike County shootings, also the Pike County massacre occurred the night of April 21st, 22nd, when 8 people, all belonging to the Roden family, were shot and killed in 4 homes in Pike County, Ohio. 7 of the victims, 6 adults and a 16-year-old boy, were discovered to have been shot execution style in 3 adjacent houses. While the 8th victim, an adult, was found shot to death in his camper in nearby Piketon, 3 young children, including 2 infants, were unharmed. At least 2 shooters were initially believed to be responsible. Investigators believe the murders were premeditated and that the perpetrators were known to the Roden family. On April 25th, the Ohio Attorney General's office confirmed the presence of marijuana cultivation and cockfighting operations at some of the crime scenes, but did not confirm a direct connection to the killings. The ensuing investigation soon became the largest in Ohio's history. In November 2018, 4 members of the Wagner family, who were known to the Rodens, were arrested in Ohio and Kentucky and were charged with the 8 murders. Edward Jake Wagner, an ex-boyfriend of victim Hannah Roden and father of her 3-year-old daughter Sophia, pleaded guilty to all 8 murders but admitted to shooting only 5 of the 8 victims. So, are you saying this girl that went missing was related to that? Or did she have something? Hold on. Hmm. So let me see here. I watched this several months ago and it was horrible. Yeah, I remember this. That's only got to be, I would say, that's not very far from where I'm at, really. They said the little girl would always go look for her mommy in the woods. Aw. Andy is on Krusty's, like on panel. Yeah, that's what we should call her anymore, Krusty's. Crusty, musty, and dusty. Which pig? Oh. No, but you've reminded me to the person who was asking me if I had looked into that picture more, but now you've reminded me, so I'll try to because I am interested. Um, hey Penny, happy Mother's Day. Take a look at Sebastian Rogers' case and Chris's ex-wife, and you can see what some families will. Yeah, I know. It's crazy. Her mom died 2 years ago, and her obituary stated there was also a child of hers that had passed too. I feel so bad for that little girl. She has to feel lost. Her mom died 2 years ago, and her obituary stated there was also a child of hers that passed too. Wait, who are you speaking of? Which, wait, who are you speaking about, Leslie? Which little girl? The little girl who was like, oh, are you talking about the Rodin murders? Like one of the little girls from that tragedy? She lives with her father and other siblings. So that girl I was just showing, so her mother was one of the victims of the Rodin murders or the Pike murders, the Pike County murders. Yeah, she was found. Yes, that's the one I'm speaking of. I know her family was the ones that were murdered. So, but her mom wasn't like a victim of the murder. What does the Rodin massacre have to do with the 6-year-old missing recently? I must have missed something. I guess her family, that was her family that was murdered. I'm trying to figure out if her mom was one of them that was murdered. Her mother's family, the ones that were murdered. Oh, she died of cancer. Oh, wow. Man, sounds like there's some kind of crazy curse on that family. Hey, Mrs. Colt. All right, guys, I guess I'm going to get off here. So, and I'm done like responding to her. Like, we can't keep keep responding to her. Seriously, it doesn't get anywhere. It's pointless. You cannot reason with crazy. You just can't. Has anyone heard about the human leg those kids found while fishing? I haven't heard anything more. I think she was the little girl that was in bed with her mom that got murdered while she was in the bed with her. Yes, and happy Mother's Day, everybody. All right, guys, I'll talk to you later.